Hi there. In this video, we are going to release the psoas and release a lot of the upper back and shoulder work. What you're going to need, there are also links underneath this video to our shop on Amazon with all the recommendations, links to all of these. Amazon Prime is where 95% of this is at. First, you're going to need a halfway inflated exercise ball, about 10 inch diameters. 2 yoga blocks. I'm going to recommend foam and 4-inch wide, not 3-inch. 4-inch is going to be best, 2 of them. And then if you can, an extra large bath towel, or 2 of them preferably, or you can get one of the yoga blankets. And what we're going to do, we'll fold that yoga blanket in half. And the first thing I want you to do is wrap your 2 blocks. I want you to come down into a seat. Each hip is going to sit on a block. So your blocks are technically in a V turning out, and they're catching your sit bones, okay? So make sure you feel pretty even in both sides. Feet can be flat. You can walk those feet out for a moment and let your wrists rest on your knees and relax the hands, okay? Feet, toes, it doesn't matter which way they're turned. Those details, let it go. Close the eyes. Breathe in slowly through the nose. Let go through the mouth. Again, inhale. The cool coming in. Exhale through the mouth. The warmth leaving. Stay with this rhythm, this pattern. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Inhale a fresh breath. Exhale. Cleanse yourself from the breath before. Breathe in. Renewal, energy, oxygen. Breathe out. Let go of anything stale, old, no longer needed. On the next exhale, open the eyes. Allow your legs possibly to cross. This is just going to allow your legs, hopefully those knees can angle down a bit. If crossing is too much in the hips, you can just keep those feet flat. I would rather 1 or the 2. We're going to avoid the butterfly for right now because we're going to do that later. The whole idea is just to allow that torso to lengthen, maybe with just a little less support so it can hold itself up. Maybe lean a little side to side, eyes can close, turn inward, and just notice the awareness of how your body is moving, how the weight is shifting. Start to go forward and backwards. Same thing, you'll pass through a middle point in both directions where everything just for a moment is weightless because it's perfectly stacked. Go back, left and right. Left hand on its knee. Right hand on the hip as you twist to the right. Right hand can go to the block. Right hand can go to the leg. The left hand stays on its side. Breathe one more time into this rotation. Feel it in the back. Notice where it's at. Come back center. Right hand to the knee. Twist to the left. Take a moment. Keep breathing into the shape. Notice how things settle. Notice it feels good not to be in a hurry, just to stop along the way. Inhale, come back center. And then when you're ready, we're going to release the blocks. I'm going to recommend placing 1 block towards the front of your mat at level 1. Now, we have 2 ways we're going to do this. One way, if you are recovering from any low back surgery, anything like that, severe injury in the hips, I'm gonna say work with the blanket, and the blanket won't move at all. You're just letting it rest and you're gonna stay in one place the whole time. If you're just tight and you're in the middle of practice, middle of season prep work right before the season kicks off, and it's all that additional weightlifting and things of that nature, the ball's going to be where it's at for you. Because the idea here with the psoas being so tight, a lot of times it adds a little extra strain in the low back that you may not need, and there's a simple way that you can kind of reduce that without needing to wait for your next massage, and no need for anybody else to dig in deep into that place because it is deep rooted. This is a softer, gentler, more effective technique. With the ball, we're going to go to 3 places. First place is going to be below the navel, okay? Just fits right in between your hip bones. If you need to use the restroom, I'm going to recommend go now. 90 seconds there. I'm going to time it. And then you get to go up to the navel. You need to press the navel right directly on top of this ball for another 60 seconds. And then we're going to bump it up right above the navel, just below the sternum, for the last 30 seconds. So we'll go 90, 60, 30, total of 3 minutes. Those of you resting on the blanket, you're going to get to rest there for the whole 3 minutes. And then we're going to remove everything and then lay flat on our belly, okay? So I'm going to take the journey with you with the ball. Let me first show anybody who needs it. If you're going to choose the blanket option, and especially if you're somewhat new to this technique, come here. It's really, it's chill, it's relaxed. If you don't feel like having to stay on top of your time and you're happy just to kind of let go into it, anybody, this is a wonderful remedy. If you want more, I would do a second blanket right on top, same amount, and it'll just increase it for you. But the halfway inflated ball is a total different level of sensation. So wherever you are, whether you're going to choose the ball or the blanket, I want you to come into tabletop. Let's start taking some cat-cows, just loosening up the spine from the twist we did when we were seated, from the breathing and remaining still for a few moments. Just allow everything to stretch out here. You can rock back with your hips and you'll feel how that shifts things in that low back. And then you can rock forward into your hands as that chin lifts up. Now, relax. Those of you with the blanket, we're placing our hip bones right to the back side of this blanket. So this blanket is coming basically from your hip bones all the way up to the sternum. And you can rest on the forearms. If that's a lot for you, you can come on down, let your forehead rest on the block, maybe no block, stack your palms, and you just rest and breathe. So that's where you're going to be at, those of you working with the ball. Let's place this just into that low belly, right between those hip bones, so it's resting in that pelvic bowl. You can rock your hips side to side here, settling in. And time will start now, 90 seconds, forearms, you can lower yourself down. Slow breaths in and out. Forehead resting on the palms. Start to notice, where are you feeling your pulse? Notice, how are you doing with your breath? Every exhale, we're trying to get the walls of the belly just to soften, to unclench so we can get down a little deeper. Keep breathing slowly, feeling the body release, let go. You're halfway there. Don't panic, you're gonna be okay. If you're on your blanket, you're just breathing into that blanket, letting the breath move things around. Exhale, you feel everything soften, maybe especially in that low back. You're in your final breaths. those of you on your blanket, stay there. Those of you working with the ball, you're going to come up, forearms, lift your hips up, roll this ball up to the belly button, lower back down. 60 seconds. And breathe. Imagine we're just trying to squeeze the toothpaste out of the tube, and we start at the bottom and we just roll it up so everything goes towards the spout. We're trying to do the same thing, releasing the stiffness. It's all connected. It's not just in one place. You're halfway there. Breathe. Those of you on the blanket, you're welcome to rock your hips side to side, maybe lift your feet up. So those knees are at 90 degrees and you kind of let the feet drop left and right. This is one of those drills where you will notice it once we are done. Last 2 breaths, working with the ball. Empty out completely, let everything soften as much as possible. And then inhale, come up, bump this ball just an inch above the navel before you get to the sternum. The most intense 30 seconds, breathe. If you need to prop up on the forearms, do so. Try to allow the body to continue to take shape. Where is your mind? Where is your patience? Where is your breath? Stay here with my voice. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everyone, ball and blanket, get out of the way. Lower straight down onto your belly. Stack your fists so your forehead can rest. Let your feet come up. Take your feet like windshield wipers, side to side. Taking your time here, you aren't in a rush. And when you're ready, let those feet lower down. Come up into your forearms. Breathe here. Hands can come together. It's not a matter of running them parallel or anything. Elbows can go wide just to give you a chance to prop up and to stretch all of that out that we just took care of. Let your head tip side to side here. Notice what's going on in the neck. Your head can drop down. Now, here's the process where we start to release the shoulders a bit. Now that we've loosened up the low back and the hips, something that tends to get in our way with the upper back as well. We're going to take this right arm forward so we have a good forearm. I want that make sure you grab your block. You're probably going to need it. Let it roll towards you. And we're going to take this left arm. I want you to thread the needle, but it's going to come just right above your chest line. So it's like threading the needle, but you aren't really twisting. This is meant to give more of a stretch into that shoulder blade. So the weight of the torso drops down. Left arm is out to the side, going across the body. Use your right hand to adjust that block so your forehead just above the eyebrows can rest. Your right arm can walk in front. And once you start to walk that hand forward, you're going to notice a huge difference here. Breathe. Breathe into that left shoulder blade. Feel your body nice and heavy. You're going to be okay. Come out of it if this doesn't feel safe or wise for you right now. It's important to open up that dialogue, to hear that. Now slide that right hand back, press yourself up. We're going to slide this right knee out. Keep that left arm out. I want you to now slide the block with the right hand back to the left. Reach that right arm up and over, cross. So now you're almost rolling onto your back, looking at the ceiling, or twist. If you don't feel like you hit the right spot, unroll out of it. That right knee stays down. Take that right hand to that left palm. And then when you're ready, open up, back to the right. Keep going a few more times, in and out of this, and this is really going to help reset that upper spine for you. If you've been looking at your phone a little bit more recently, head down towards the computer or to your tablet. And then when you're ready, you're going to stay in this twist. Maybe right arm kind of bends at 90 degrees for a goalpost, that palm turns up. Notice what's going on in that outer right hip. Stretching, releasing, noticing where the twist is, and keeping in mind what you just did to release that low back. So maybe you're feeling a bit more freedom right now. Maybe not. Each day is different. There's no right or wrong. It just is. Inhale, bring that right arm all the way back to the left. You're going to slide that right hand forward. You're going to keep that right knee out to the side bend. And then slowly pull yourself up into your forearms. So right leg stays bent. You can adjust your hips here. Belly drops, chin lifts up. Arch the spine like you would a cow. Exhale, tuck it in, round like a cow. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, round. One more time. Come forward, breathe, pause here. You're going to lengthen that right leg next to the left. Separate those hands, lift the elbows, stretch it out. And then drop that left forearm down. Block comes on the inside of that left arm. Right arm sweeps across. Thread the needle. Drop your forehead. Use the left hand. Support the weight of your head so the neck is neutral. Left arm reaches out in front. Feel what happens when you walk that left hand forward. Right arm is going across the body. Breathe. Soften, try to relax into this. If things don't feel right on this side, get out of there. Now, nice and easy. Slide that block over to the right a bit more. Slide that left hand back. You're slowly going to let that left knee slide up as that left arm starts to reach up and roll back over into this new twist. Come out of it. Left hand meets the right. Unravel. Reach up and go back. Do this a few more times. Easing in and out. Noticing what feels right. What feels good. And when you're ready, just settle into the twist, maybe goalpost in that left arm. Breathe into the left side of the chest. Remembering we had started on the left side shoulder blade, the back side of the chest. Notice the different sensations, maybe, if there is a difference. Next inhale, left hand goes all the way over to the right. Keep that left knee bent and sliding out. Left forearm back to the floor. Start to come up, both forearms. Arch the spine, get your cow, chin goes forward. Tuck it in, round, chin tucks in. Release. And back, rounding out. One more, chin lifts, get that arch, that sphinx. breathe. Lower the chest down, let that left leg lengthen. Return to forearms, hands down, elbows lift this time. Rock side to side. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Hands slide back next to your chest, peel up into a nice, long, tall cobra, rocking side to side. Curl those toes under, lift your knees, hips push back down, dog. Wag your tail. Hips going left and right as long as your balance can hold you up. And then drop down to the knees, relax your toes. Take that right hand behind your head, elbows out to the side, feel your chest is squared to the mat. Inhale, lift that right elbow high, and then bring it back down to square to the mat. Again, come up, and square off. One more time, coming on up. Square off. Extend that right arm in front. Breathe like you're about to shake someone's hand. Inhale. Exhale, drop your right hand, hips slide back, hand slides back. Watch that right hand as it circles coming up. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, hand drops, rock back. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale, pause here. Big reach back with that right hand. And then thread the right arm this time, shoulder to the floor, temple to the floor. Look to the left side, walk that left hand towards the top of your mat. Hips are high, try to relax your feet. Can you notice your feet? Maybe they're gnarling up. Just try to relax them. They don't have to be engaged right now. Breathe. You're tipping your spine in this twist. Blood flow getting to rush down in the opposite direction it normally gets to. Slide that left hand back. Press yourself up. Right hand goes high. And then right hand to the floor. Rock back into a child's pose maybe. Arms can be at your sides. Maybe rock forward, lay on your belly instead of child's pose. And then come back to tabletop, reset. Tip your head side to side, take some simple cat-cows. Pushing your ribs left and right, getting as much movement and freedom as you can here. And then nice, strong spine. Take that left hand behind your head, hips and shoulders stay square. Elbow out to the side. Adjust that right hand. If you need to turn it out a bit, do so. That's some stability, that matters. Inhale, take that left arm up, elbow up, and then return, exhale, square off with the mat. Two more. Inhale, elbow up, exhale, come down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down, pause here. Extend that left arm in front. Breathe. We're going to take 3 more breaths on the next exhale. Drop the hand, rock the hips back. Slide that hand up into an arm circle. Inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale up, exhale down. This last one, we're going to pause. Keep your hand reaching high. When you're ready to thread the needle, left arm over to the right. Drop the shoulder at the temple. Walk that right hand in front. Breathe. Don't clench your teeth. Hips are high. Relax the feet. Slide your right hand back. Unravel. Taking that left arm up. Bring that left hand down. Curl the toes under, lift up and back into one more down dog. Let everything breathe. Rock forward, drop your hips, cobra. Hips up and back, down dog. Come forward, hips drop, cobra. And then you're gonna rock back with those knees down. Going ahead and sit. We're going to bring the blocks. I'm gonna recommend bringing the block, one block behind you at level 1. We're going to get that yoga blanket, everyone. Same width that it was folded before. And we're gonna come on back, shoulder blades onto the blanket, head resting on the block. Adjust so you know you're comfy here. Allow those arms to go out to a T. Feel your chest open up, those feet are flat. Depending on how that low back feels and how much of an arch you have or how much of a natural sway you have, you can lift your hips up and slide the other block at level 2 under those hips and just make sure it's in the right spot. So take the time, don't just settle for something. And then as you get that set, you may have to readjust your other block because you'll feel your body just start to lengthen. But there's different ways you can support the spine. And all I want you to do is just breathe and allow your body to reach anything else that may be needed. Maybe arms at goalpost. If you can handle it, let those legs stretch out in front. Keep breathing. The block from behind your head, do so. Stay with the rhythm of your breath, the beating heart. Stretch in the front side of the body. Most of the day spends crunching up, tightening up, closing up. Allow your belly to breathe. If you've been feeling a little prick in the neck, if you get rid of the block behind your head, hips are down, scoop your back of the head up with your hands if you're making a hammock, if you interlace those fingers. Keep the shoulder blades back, but lift your head so that chin tucks into the chest as you look down your legs towards your toes. You should feel, if you turn your head a little side to side, you're going to get a bit of a release in that upper back, but it takes a couple of breaths for it to really reach where it needs to. So try to breathe, feel that out, and let your head drop back down. Bring your feet flat. When you're ready, roll to one side, prop yourself up just enough to get this blanket out of your way, and then lower back onto the mat. You can slide the blanket underneath your head so your neck is supported. Knees can turn in towards each other, inch your feet so they go as wide as your mat. So you have a dovetail. And just allow the breath to do the last little bit of work as far as just balancing the ventilation and left side lung, right side lung. Balancing out what's going on in the back of the shoulders. Maybe your head rolls a bit side to side. You can just feel it all loosen up.